and I'm living in the dark with you between my arms. I'm barefoot on the grass, listening to all friends on the face and what I see. Now I know I'm a man and angel in person, and she looks perfect tonight. Well, I found the one stronger than anyone I know. She shares my dream that hope that someday I'll share her home.
Just to give you a short history of the University of Nairobi Alumni Association. The University of Nairobi Association was established in 2005. And for those who are lucky enough now to have been there when it was inaugurated by the then Minister of Finance, Education, Professor George Saitoti. You know, generals don't die. What they do, they just fade away. So he's still Professor of Mathematics. And the aim of the association, of course, will be given more by the Secretariat. The time it was actually founded, it was meant to do what we call friends and fundraising for our alma mater. You can imagine in those days when you'd walk around in the entire country asking how an alumni association is formed. Actually, guys thought that the University of Nairobi had an alumni association. I'm sure for those who have done linguistics here, the word alumni, obviously, it will even form a challenge. One, how you spell it and even how you pronounce it. Fortunately, since most of you may not have done Latin or Greek, you think I'm actually right when I say alumni. It's not actually, it's just alumni. And alumnus means it's a plural of alumnus. Okay? Alumnus, alumnus. Whom you left many years ago, you know, I'm looking around new at the wall here and she's just imagining how she got into that BCom class, you know? As a first year all the way from Karachuonyo. Then the boom power came in and, you know, it transformed her to what she is today. Now, 40 years down the line, you know, she has come all the way from, why don't you give them, just shout, you know, just do them to this. Oh, yeah, that's one of your officials, you know. 43 years ago, you know, she still remembers the way she walked in from Karachuonyo. And then the boom power, you know, changed and transformed her to what she is now. And this is it. Trust me that you have now joined one of the best associations, which is not across society, where you'll be getting an opportunity to come in and network and work together with the others. And as I call upon now Commissioner Julius to come and take us the next level of telling us where are those conveniences and others, please, let's give us a shout because of being able to come together and network. A shout for all of us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Aye, thank you, Commissioner.
بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. Thank you.
Shall we bow down for a word of prayer? Father, in the name of Jesus, thank you so much for this wonderful chance, even that you have given us and graced us to have this wonderful time in schooling in this auspicious institution of the University of Nairobi. And even you have added into that favor unto us to remember our good tenure in this place by coming and convening for the purpose, God, of seeing what we can do to make this institution better. Thank you, loving Father, as we convene here for this little time. Thank you for this wonderful, lovely moment that we are going to share together, loving Father, even with the prominent people, our leaders who are here. God, thank you for giving us an opportunity to have this wonderful time with them. In the name of Jesus Christ, we pray, believing.
I will go straight to the program because we are quite behind schedule. And I want to invite, the program says Dr. Sarah Kinyanjui to make the opening remarks, but Dr. Sarah Kinyanjui will come up here in another form. So if you know you are representing Dr. Sarah Kinyanjui, start making your way here. Actually, the reason why Dr. Sarah Kinyanjui is in another form is because she delivered a baby boy this morning. But that's not the way we do it where she comes from. If you are a lady and you're here, can you ululate 5 times? Can we do that? The baby is called Kyle, a baby boy. Let's do that for her. 1, 2, 3. Ah! No, are you jealous? Do it properly. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, you are hungry. 3, you could do better. 4, musicians. Thank you. Those are called the 5 Ngemis of a boy. And we do congratulate Dr. Sarah. Proceed.
Okay, I will use this. His Excellency Fahim Twaha, Governor Lamu County, Mr. Isaac Awuondo, Chairman, University of Nairobi Association, Professor Julius Ogengó, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic Affairs, representing the Vice-Chancellor in today's event, Professor Jack Odhiambo, Associate Dean, Faculty of Arts, representing the Principal, College of Humanities and Social Sciences, members of University of Nairobi Alumni Association, Executive Committee present, members of the Interim Committee, Mombasa Chapter, invited guests, distinguished alumni, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Good evening once more. Alumni is high. Alumni is high. Okay, very happy on behalf of my director, Dr. Sarah Kinyanjui, to welcome and also thank all of you for finding time out of your busy schedule to be with us today in the launch of Mombasa Alumni Chapter. It's actually a great occasion in the history of the campus because it opens a new chapter because we are going to be the first regional chapter in the university. And that's not a mean achievement. The fact that you actually honored our invitations is not something that we take for granted. We are truly humbled by that good show. And therefore, we extend our appreciation of the same by hosting you this evening for a special dinner at this beach hotel and not at our campus premises. So kindly take note. And therefore, as I finish, I say that let us feel at home and share in the joy of the newly to be born baby this evening called Mombasa Alumni Chapter. Asanteni sana na karibu.
University of Nairobi Alumni Association, Mr. Isaac Awuondo, our Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Academic Affairs, Professor Julius Ogengó, all invited guests, alumni, good evening. Good evening. You sound low and we have just had a beautiful cocktail. Is everything okay? Is everything okay? Okay, good. My role is very simple. It's just to invite you for this event. It's an event that we have planned for some months. And we are happy as an association to launch the Mombasa Alumni Chapter today. As Dr. Mutunga said, this is the first regional chapter we are launching. And that's why we are, as an association, we are so proud of what Mombasa is doing. We are so proud of the enthusiasm of our alumni here. In our visits that we have been able to visit a few organizations and a few of our alumni here in Mombasa, we could feel the joy and the happiness about being an alumni of the University of Nairobi. So my role this evening is just to welcome you. Feel free, enjoy yourselves, and just know that this association and this chapter that you are launching is for you, and you will grow it and nurture it to become a big chapter in this country. But otherwise, asanteni sana, tujienjoy kabisa. Bidi.
The word is attended. You know, you could have repeated many times. Oh, let's give them a hand. The 60s. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I've not gotten to the 70s. I said you attended in the 60s. And if you've raised your hand, you can't raise it twice. No, I'm the one with the microphone. I said 60s. Okay, the 70s. You are the 70s. Anyone who attended in the 80s, I am there. I attended in the 80s. 90s, Jengo. Okay. Registrar Magistrates Court, I saw you here. Between 1999 and 2000, and the math there, 1999 up to 2010. Thereafter, the thereafters, you are here. Thank you very much. The next three alumni representatives who will be talking to us or sharing their thoughts with us are from the Mombasa campus of the University of Nairobi. The Mombasa campus was started in 1987 by what we now call the ODEL, the Distance Learning School of Distance Learning. And then in 2004, it was followed by the School of Business that joined in 2004, and thereafter School of Law in 2008. And it has grown. Now we have the Faculty of Arts that was started, I believe, in 2013. So the next three speakers are our alumni, and they are very important personalities. We cherish them. By the way, I teach at the University of Nairobi, Mombasa Campus, School of Law. And I am going to, thank you very much. I'm going to invite Mr. Mohammed Abdi Maalim to share his thoughts. Let's give a hand to these very, very important alumni.
Yeah, my name is, as has been introduced, Mohammed Abdi, and I'm an alumni of this great institution. I will go by the commissioner's advice and refer to it as alumni. I undertook an undergraduate course and a postgraduate course in the Mombasa campus. But prior to that, I had other qualifications. But I can say for sure that I'm very proud to be an alumni of this great university as compared to the others where I was before. Yeah, I've gained a lot of knowledge. Yeah, I've gained a lot of knowledge from this university. I would say that it's the launching of this charter is long overdue. However, as they say, it's better late than never. At least today we are here, and it is real. This Alumni Association is beneficial to all of us. And as we are aware, during our study, we normally associate with our classmates or roommates in the halls of residence, etc. It is only through this kind of interaction that you can meet the greater population of the university. And we are proud that this university has all sorts of professions. It is only through this kind of interaction that you can sit on the same desk with a lawyer, an engineer, a psychiatrist. So the University of Nairobi Alumni Association, I can say, or proudly say, is a one-stop shop. And there is this fallacy that goes around that alumni associations are for the graduates who who have done well in life. That is not true. Every member of the association has everything to gain. If you become a member, you have everything to gain from that alumni association. Therefore, I would urge, because I would also wish to take this opportunity to acknowledge, like Madam has said, this campus started way back in the 80s. And there is one man I would wish to acknowledge. His name is John Bosco Kisimbi. He has been here all along, and most of us who are here have gone through his very able hands. And it's great to have such people in society. I was told to be here for only 2 minutes. I think I've gone beyond that. So I wish you well and be blessed. Thank you very much.
Your words of wisdom. He has said that it's at the university where you meet people from all walks of life, and some of them marry you. I got married to someone that I met in campus. We were in the same year. And I also sought our director's permission to declare that she also got married to her classmate. So, Dr. Sarah Kinyanjui. So as you study, you also look around and you meet each other.
His Excellency, Fahim Twaha, thank you for making time, and thank you for being an alumni. I like to associate with good things, and therefore I also acknowledge the presence of the VC's representative. Thank you for making time, because this goes a long way. Mr. Kinyua, thank you very much for making time. I will be speaking about you in the next seconds. And we thank you all for making time. Thank you also to the representative, to Dr. Sarah Kinyanjui, who is our director. I say thank you, and I mean it with the greatest of respect to all those people, because they have played a big role in us being here today as an alumni. The journey for Mombasa Campus, as Commissioner has talked about, has been a long journey. And I thank the speaker who has gone before me, and I acknowledge you for being my senior by far. And thank you, because you have said something very important, that this event was long overdue. And we thank all the organizers who have made it actually happen today, because it has come to pass. Tuwapigieni makofi ya kilo. That goes, those claps go to the executive committee, the secretariat from Nairobi, led by Chairman Kenneth Sawe. Thank you very much. I say that because the journey for me as an alumni, I was in the, what do we call it? The pioneer class in 2008 for the School of Law. Makofi ya wanafunzi wa law. So it has been a great journey, and one thing I'd like to say that we have learned from being part of the family of the University of Nairobi is that by the end of the day, whatever happens, we always are able to remain as family. I say that because when we joined, we had Dr. Wamuti Ndegwa, and he did a good job as a coordinator. And we were, as I have said, an alumni at the School of Law, and we could tell during the journey, and by the time now he was transitioning to Dr. Sarah, that we did not feel like there was a paradigm shift in terms of the management, in terms of the directorship of the School of Law. So that speaks to the fact that our alumniship is guided very well by the leaders that we have. So Dr. Sarah Kinyanjui in her absence, Dr. Wamuti Ndegwa in his absence as well, as alumni, we would like to thank them so much for nurturing us. And also we take this opportunity as alumni to acknowledge that we would not be here today if we did not have the guidance of our lecturers. And that is why when we see, for instance, soon to be Dr. Mercy Deche, who is now our MC and she's commissioner at the JSC, we know that they have really worked along to be with us. I say that because I remember as the pioneer class when we were going for our judicial attachment, and we were supervised by Justice Ogengó. And when he took us to the law courts, you could see that he had already earned his respect among the lawyers, which means that even as the University of Nairobi, we do nothing but get the best to make sure that we also are able to nurture and work together. So then, Justice Ogola, even after that, was able, when we came to the end of our judicial attachment, he was able to organize, out of his own pocket, a party for all of us who had gone for judicial attachment in Mombasa. Kitu kama hiyo. And you see what that for me meant, and I'm sure, and I see Diana Chichi nodding in agreement, what that has done for us is to appreciate that we need to carry it forward. So when we see each one of you here today, we thank you for making time, and we undertake to keep this family of the University of Nairobi and the alumni going forward. And for all those who are not with us today, please let us bring them home. Good evening.
So that's what alumni is all about, mentorship and giving back to the society and passing on the hurdle, the baton and picking on the next. Our next speaker is Mr. Mark Nyandiko, who plays a very important part in the alumni, in the birthing of the alumni of this chapter. Welcome, Mr. Nyandiko.
Jamboni. Good evening. Yes. As you have heard, my names are Mark Michael Nyandiko, and for the evening, I'll start with acknowledging the chief guest, the governor of the Lamu County, Honorable Fahim Twaha, representative of the Vice-Chancellor, University of Nairobi, the chairman, University of Nairobi Alumni Association, Mr. Awuondo, our distinguished guests, Mr. Bernard Osero, Honorable Dr. Seth Odongo, members of the University of Nairobi Alumni Association Executive Committee present, members of the University of Nairobi Management present, University of Nairobi Alumni present, other invited guests, colleague, alumni, family, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Good evening. Before I talk much, others will be asking, who is this character standing here by the name Mark Michael? In terms of career, I stand before you having put on the hats of an engineer in the background, an HR affiliate, a finance professional, and currently an operations management professional. I've gone and attended varied institutions, but what becomes clear in my mind and in my heart, without a single doubt of any string, is the value of the University of Nairobi in terms of what it gives, what it molds, and what it brings forth as a professional product of integrated professional qualities, ready to serve and deliver the mandate as per what has been attained in the university. That is a quality that all of us who can agree is what to appreciate. For this event that we have stood here or sat here for this moment, I stand here as the interim chairman for the committee that was mandated to plan, mobilize the various alumni family from where they are in terms of membership, and again bring to climax with this assistance from the Alumni Executive Committee in Nairobi, this launch that is taking place today. And for that matter, I want to appreciate, if you allow me, the chief guest, specific members who took their time sacrificially in odd moments of the day to see that this event is planned, coordinated in the manner that it was expected to have it materialize the way it is at the moment. First, allow me to acknowledge the role of Dr. Sarah Kinyanjui, who was a director, and regardless of the time and the season she was in, she could sacrifice to be nearly in all the meetings we had. Please acknowledge that sister, wherever she is. I want to bring to your attention the role of Dr. Onesimus Mutunga, Mrs. Fedema Mwikali, Caroline Mwachia, Kenneth Ndolo, Philip Ngugi, Ambrose Ngali, Dixon Onduso, Stephen Fanaka, Kendi Sasufula, Simon Mwangi, and finally, Dr. John Bosco Kisili. Please, that you could have given them a better clap. Allow me to take a very brief moment. I know speakers are coming in and time may not be on our side. I want to reiterate this principle that the launch of this chapter not only gives us a pride and an opportunity as the alumni members to have a forum that we can be able to associate, share the good historical memories, and again, be able to reflect on the dreams and the good ideas for the days tomorrow that are not known. But again, it becomes an icebreaker and serves as a rejuvenation of hope to the millions of Kenyans in the region and beyond who desire to benefit directly or indirectly from the alumni innovative ideas that will be brought to table and operationalized such that we can be able to solve the endemic socio-economic challenges that appears to be bedeviling our environment. You are all, as a family, is not only enjoying the beauty of how you lived those days, but again, to brainstorm with your experience how you can alleviate the challenges we have. This may include the many that are known. I know the chief guest could agree, the challenge of reducing poverty, the quality of where our people stay, the morotos in Kenya, the improved healthcare, the challenge of starving year in, year out, the challenge of drug addiction, the menace in Mombasa that we can never run away from, the better way of managing our resources in execution either of projects or programs, and again, exploiting the research opportunities that we have, the skills of which we have acquired, such that we can not only customize the knowledge that is from the Western world, but be able to apply it in a localized setup, such that the future professionals can read scripts and the informations drawn from you, the current researchers, and are relevant to our day-to-day community life. I want to challenge those who are coming in as the interim committee, and I know that interim committee will be able to be unveiled few minutes to come, that your job is clear-cut. Number one, I want to believe that you will be able to carry this mandate that group sacrificially executed in bringing home those of us who have not yet joined this alumni association. There's many of us who are yet to receive this particular gospel. You need to reach out to them, and we form a bigger family than what we are here today. Secondly, I want to believe that that interim committee would be soul searched. You need to democratize, bring democracy by ensuring that in the span of the 6 weeks to come, elections could be held such that democracy could prevail and elected members could be absolved to that particular governing office. I also want to believe that this chapter will be able to provide to us a vehicle that it could be used for further reunion of not only the members who sit here as the alumni, but again, go further to bring those who directly sit here and are in the neighborhood, so that we can be able to have them as beneficiaries of what we have gained in this particular forum. I want to take this opportunity to thank the Nairobi team who, by their presence, made this event materialize. The rejuvenated effort, the insight of our advice, and the roadmap that was drawn with them. Dr. Sawe, we don't underestimate it. May God bless you. And for the night, I want to wish you the best. Enjoy yourself and be able to know that this becomes the scar of the sweetness of honey that was celebrated in the lips of our mouths. What it is supposed to leave is the element of the challenge, professional curiosity, motivation that could be able to drive you to bring home not only the sweetness of fellowship, but again, the professional mandate that we are supposed to execute. May God bless you.
Thank you. And that is the scar. And what a joy that I've just heard about care. That he has also come into this world the day when the Mombasa chapter is being born. Please give him a clap wherever he is. Thank you. And we thank God for that. It's now my pleasure and privilege to invite the second session of our speakers tonight, whom I'm sure they have prepared. They are very short, concise remarks, so that we can give this alumni an opportunity even to dance a bit. I'd like to invite the director, the representative of the director of Mombasa Campus, University of Nairobi Mombasa Campus, one Dr. Onesmus Mutunga. Please give him a clap as he comes on stage to deliver the speech on behalf of the director.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic Affairs, Professor Julius Ogengó, representing the Vice-Chancellor. The Chairman, University of Nairobi Alumni Association, Mr. Isaac Awuondo. Associate Dean, Faculty of Arts, Professor Jack Odhiambo. Our distinguished guests, Mr. Bernard Osero and Honorable Dr. Seth Odongo. Members of University of Nairobi Alumni Association, Executive Committee present. Members of University of Nairobi Management present. University of Nairobi Alumni present. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. On behalf of the University of Nairobi Management and the Mombasa Campus staff, may I take this opportunity to extend a very warm welcome to all of you during this launch of the Mombasa Alumni Chapter. Allow me to recognize the presence of our chief guest, Lamu County, His Excellency Fahim Twaha, and the Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic Affairs, plus all the other distinguished guests, and all of you, my fellow alumni, for taking time to join us for this important occasion. We are very delighted to host you this evening. The establishment of alumni associations world over is a hallmark of universities of good standing, as these associations play a big role in the development of both universities and their alumni. Undoubtedly, as a university, our alumni are our strength. We continue to be rated highly based on the excellence of our graduates. The impact of our alumni in the coast region is evident, and it is indeed timely to harness their strength to enhance this impact, as well as to contribute to the development of Mombasa Campus. Through the Mombasa chapter, we hope to provide opportunities for alumni to network, grow professionally, and to jointly impact the region through established frameworks in a university such as the Consultancy and Training Center. We also hope to tap into the strength of our alumni to benefit our students through programs such as mentorship, internships, industrial attachments, amongst others. Mombasa Campus has already benefited immensely from our alumni in these aspects, and we are delighted to institutionalize the same under the auspices of the Alumni Association. I sincerely thank you for heeding our call and for all your willingness to give back to your alma mater. I also wish to thank the Vice-Chancellor, University of Nairobi Alumni Association Chairman, Committee and Secretariat for their support towards the establishment of this chapter. May I also express my gratitude to the Mombasa Campus Committee that recruited members and planned tirelessly for this launch. Once again, welcome to the launch and wish you a great evening. Allow me, as you've been told, to take this opportunity to welcome my former colleague, the County Executive Committee Member in charge of Devolution and Public Service, Mombasa County, Dr. H.E Ogengó, to make some brief remarks. Welcome, my brother.
The Governor of Lamu, Mr. Fahim Twaha, the DVC Academic Affairs, Professor Julius Ogengó, the Chair, Nairobi University, the Nairobi University Alumni Association, Mr. Awuondo, and that's how it should be. Many have been calling it in a different way, but it's Awuondo. That's how it should be. The Associate Dean, School of Arts, Professor Jaco Dhiambo, the representative of the director, and my former colleague, Dr. Mutunga, all my previous colleagues, I've seen Dr. Rucha in the crowd, and many others, fellow alumni, good evening. Good evening again. I'm so much excited to be with you this evening, as I also bring to you the warm greetings from my governor, His Excellency Hassan Ali Joho, and the entire county government of Mombasa, on whose soil today you people, me included, celebrate the inauguration of the Mombasa chapter of the Nairobi University Alumni Association. I feel so happy also to be part of this historic event. The reason being, in developed countries, it is the alumni associations that have spurred people into the heights they never thought they could be. To the students who are still studying, it provides an opportunity for networking, for internship opportunities, for engagements that may even lead to employment. And for people who are interested in taking their ambitions higher. I'm in the county government now as a county executive committee member, the equivalent of minister. But I dreamt last year, woke up to the dream, and now I realize that I'm a potential colleague of His Excellency Fahim Twaha in the coming dispensation. And that's where also the alumni will come handy in giving ideas and in giving a soldier to climb to be able to get the fruit that we need. For the Alumni Association to be strong, we need to mainstream our people in virtually all the sectors of the economy. That's when our voices can be heard. That's when our strengths may be realized. Because as you have noticed in the mantra, our alumni, our strength. That strength will not just come by basically just being a member. But that membership must graduate into something purposeful, something strong, where we articulate issues, where we synergize our strengths, and where we come and innovatively come with solutions to the challenges facing our society. Without wasting time, because I know there are very many of my colleagues, it's my hope that we are going to see this organization growing from strength to strength, becoming more vibrant, and hopefully in the coming year we'll celebrate together having a more widened population and bringing all the people who are not here today. I know very many of them who have not come here today, the rank of lawyers, doctors, lecturers, and many others. Feel welcome, and as you know, today is Friday. After this, enjoy the fruits of the county government of Mombasa, where you situate. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much indeed. I still remember what you took me through. Thank you. Please assist him to come over. Yeah, please keep on clapping for him as he comes over here. Professor Jack Odhiambo is Associate Dean at the Faculty of Arts of the University of Nairobi. But today, he tells me that he has put on very, very many hats. And I will now request him to tell us what he has to, and thereafter, take over the program from there.
And all the distinguished guests and alumni here present. I'm here to represent the principal of the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, Professor Enos Njeru, who was not able to come because of some commitments. He is a very witty person, so I don't think I'll be able to give the speech as he would give it, but I'll give a brief speech on his behalf. It is a great honor for me, in representation of Professor Enos Njeru, Principal of the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, to be present at the launch of the Mombasa Campus Alumni Chapter. The campus, preferred training institution in Mombasa, has proven by the 2018 Mombasa Business Award that it is a place of excellence in training, consultancy, and service, particularly to the Mombasa and coastal region. The recent accreditation of the campus, both by the Commission of University Education and the School of Law, are a recognition that the Mombasa campus is a place of excellence. It is always an honor for the university community to see the product of our intellectual and administrative labors contributing positively to society while maintaining a link with our alma mater, the University of Nairobi. Certainly, by being members of the Alumni Association, both staff and former students of the university form a united body to further the worthy vision and mission of the University of Nairobi. I wish now to invite the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, the representative Vice-Chancellor, that he may invite the Chairman of the Alumni Association, Professor Julius Ogengó.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Julius Ogengó, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Academic Affairs. And I bring you very kind regards of the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Peter Mbidi, who is not here because of another critical assignment. I will make one statement of my own as Deputy Vice-Chancellor and then read his remarks as written. And the statement I would like to make is this. When you go through the University of Nairobi, there is no sky. The chairman of University of Nairobi Alumni Association, Isaac Awuondo, the chief guest, Governor Lamu County, Honorable Fahim Twaha, members of the University of Nairobi Alumni Association Executive Committee present, members of the University of Nairobi Management present, our distinguished guests, University of Nairobi alumni present, ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to join the University of Nairobi Alumni Association and Mombasa Campus for the launch of Mombasa Alumni Chapter. It is during forums like this that alumni get an opportunity to reunite, connect, and share ideas with the university team on how to make our alma mater better in the areas of teaching and learning, research, and community service. I wish to take this opportunity to welcome our chief guest, Governor Honorable Fahim Twaha, and thank him for finding time to join us this evening. We are delighted to have you launch the first regional alumni chapter here in the Coast region. To our other invited guests, thank you for joining us this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, at my inauguration as Vice-Chancellor, I formulated a reform agenda revolving around 10 major strategic issues. the world-class university status, fundraising, resource mobilization and sustainability strategy, infrastructure development, graduate skills enhancement program, students' experience in campus, university research, develop visionary, innovative, and creative leadership. Our alumni, our strength, and community service. In order to address all these strategic issues to their logical conclusion, our key stakeholder and strategic partner is our alumni, who are our pillars of strength and a great resource partner. We intend to enhance the financial resources through establishment of an endowment fund, creation of university foundation, partnering with private sector to finance capital projects, and increasing involvement of alumni in fundraising for our alma mater. I am personally gratified by the efforts made and commitment shown by the association in bringing the over 250,000 of our graduates together in a number of similar fora like this one tonight. I urge the association to leverage on technology, especially in their quest to tap to our alumni spread across the globe. I am also pleased to note that the University of Nairobi has continued to perform well in the World Universities ranking. I strongly believe that we can continue to remain at the top, especially in this region, because of the good work our staff and students do, but also the excellent performance of our alumni out there in the marketplace. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of university management, I wish to sincerely thank the association for the support it has continued to offer the university on a yearly basis, especially with regard to the students' bursary fund, graduation ceremonies, student prizes, Innovation Week, University Open Day, and Research Awards, just to mention a few. On behalf of management, I promise that we will continue supporting the association in the best way we can to ensure that you achieve your goals and objectives. To Mombasa Campus team led by Dr. Sarah Kemanjui, let me take this opportunity to thank you for the good job you are doing in this campus. We are proud that University of Nairobi Mombasa Campus was crowned the most referred training institution in 2018 during the Mombasa Business Awards. I thought you'd clap louder. Thank you on their behalf. We are aware that the campus has been proactive in partnering with industry and recently established the Training and Consultancy Center to serve industry better. The campus has continued to graduate students in various fields who have excelled in industry. As an institution, we remain committed to offering quality education in all our campuses. The Mombasa campus attained full accreditation from the Commission for University Education, and the School of Law in particular is fully accredited by Council of Legal Education. We are therefore delighted that our alumni are willing to work with us to ensure Mombasa campus continues to offer leadership in education in the coast region. In concluding, I now challenge the association to jointly work with the schools and faculties, at the same time seek partnerships with industry for internships, industrial attachments, and job placement for our graduates. Such opportunities will equip our graduates with relevant skills and offer them requisite exposure and help us nurture and develop future generation of young leaders. To the Mombasa alumni team, congratulations for the launch of your alumni chapter. I urge you to continue working together to ensure that your aspirations come to fruition. Thank you very much, and God bless you. It is now my pleasure and humble duty to invite the chairman of the University of Nairobi Alumni Association, Mr. Isaac Awuondo. Please make him feel welcome as he walks up. Continue clapping until he gets here.
Good evening. You don't sound very enthusiastic. Good evening. Our chief guest, Governor of Lamu County, Honorable Fahim Twaha, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, University of Nairobi, Professor Julius Ogengó, who is representing the Vice-Chancellor, members of the University of Nairobi Alumni Association, Executive Committee who are present, University Management, alumni present, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. That's the end of my speech. I've been given a very long speech, which I don't intend to go through. I want to start by introducing members of the Executive Council who accompanied me here today. They are Dr. Anne Asay. Anne, I saw you somewhere. Anne Asay, who is also my vice chair. Mrs. Mildred Awuor, treasurer. Dr. Fronica Monari, deputy secretary. Mr. Bernard Juguna, the deputy organizing secretary. Mr. Johnson Kinyua, who's a member of the council. Dr. Hastings Ozwara, who's a member of the council. Mr. Charles Okello, member and our financial advisor. And Mr. Josephat Kirimania, who's a newsletter editor. So all the protocols are now finished. Of regional chapters which are being launched. And so there's something we are truly proud about, and something which I think you can all be extremely proud about, being the first University of Nairobi Alumni Association chapter to be set out of the normal academic clusters which we have. And so that for me is really, really good progress. It's called the Mombasa Chapter. Mombasa is a place which is very, very close to my heart. I was born and brought up here many, many years ago. Went to school here. And I set foot to the University of Nairobi just over 42 years ago now. And so it is really, really good to be back here and to be part of this amazing, amazing launch. So the interim officials, I believe that you really have a lot to be proud about, steering this organization to this point and basically getting us to a point where we could get here, we could get together today to be able to launch this association. The third reason I'm proud of today is, I suppose it's something African. It is not always that when you are launching an alumni association, you also end up with a gift of a new child. And so for Sarah Kenyanjui, I think that in keeping with African customs, perhaps we should advise her that Kale, who was born this morning, should bear the nickname Alumni. The association, the Alumni Association, is a very, very critical part of any university organization. And for us, the University of Nairobi and the Alumni Association are truly symbiotically related, because the association would not have existed without the University of Nairobi. it is really through the efforts of our alma mater that this association, which is now just over 14 years old, was founded. It is therefore very, very critical that for all of you as alumni, you think very, very seriously about what it is you can actually do for your university. An institution which nurtured you, has given you the opportunity to practice your trade, has given you the opportunity to build yourself, has given you the opportunity to actually be somebody you can be proud about, and a lot of people associated with you can be proud about. And my belief as we look ahead is that the best way we can give back to our alma mater is to ensure that we pick a cause which is close to the heart of the university and basically work together as members of one association to ensure that we are able to give back to our university. We were having a conversation today with the Executive Council about what is it we can actually do for our institution. And we came back to the conclusion that the best way we can help the University of Nairobi is to give back to it through a properly constructed scholarship program, which will go beyond the 10, 20, or 100 scholarships which we give to build a capacity to be able to offer on a continuous basis at least 1,000 scholarships. We've challenged ourselves, we've challenged our management team, and we believe that with the networks which we have out of this university, because I'm proud to say that every part of this country and most 90% at least of the organizations in this country, if you walk into them, you'll find that at least 30 to 40, perhaps in some cases, close to 70% of the leadership in those institutions are alumni of University of Nairobi. So we are part of a very, very august and strong we have a lot to be proud about insofar as the history of this great university is concerned. So with the people it has produced, I don't believe that it is too daunting a task to be able to actually put together within the not too distant future. And for me, the not too distant future means that within the next 3 months, we will have set up the framework, and within the next year, we will have asked everybody, including all the people sitting here, to basically work with us so that we can achieve this dream of at least 1,000 scholarships. Can you imagine if we are able to offer 1,000 full scholarships to 1,000 deserving students of the University of Nairobi? What value it can add to our university? So it's a critical rallying call. The second issue we've talked about over the last couple of years, and we haven't made too much progress on, and we need to push forward. We've talked very, very much of the Alumni Center, whose aim is to ensure that it can help bring us together, but also serve as a commercial rallying point for the association so that it becomes a self-sustainable institution. So far, we've relied on members' contribution, but we believe that relying on members' contribution is a very, very short-term way of looking at opportunities which are available. And so it has been a desire for us to have an alumni center, and I do hope that you'll join with us in being able to drive this agenda forward. Finally, my honor and pleasure to invite the governor of the county of Lamu, who is our guest speaker tonight, and to request him to do us the honors of talking to us and then helping us launch the association. Governor, please.
Professor Ogengó, who's representing the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Peter Mbidi, Chairman of the University of Nairobi Alumni Association, Mr. Isaac Awuondo, members of the University of Nairobi Alumni Association, Executive Committee present, members of University of Nairobi Management present, University of Nairobi Alumni, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It gives me great pleasure to preside over the launch of University of Nairobi Mombasa Campus Alumni Chapter. I joined the University of Nairobi in 1987 and graduated in 1990. But later I came back in 2013 to pursue a degree in law. And the experience I had in 2013 and the ones I had in 1987 to 1990 were very, very different. For example, in 1987, there was no internet. And there was no Cite This for me. And there was no Turnitin. We had to queue for books at Jomo Kenyatta Library. And if somebody had borrowed that book, you had to wait until they returned it and keep your fingers crossed, hoping that they've not pulled out the crucial pages because they're too mean to do photocopies. So you might wait for a book, get the book, and find that the relevant pages, somebody has stolen them, and just return the shell, the shell of the book, that sort of thing. So there's a world of difference between academic life 30 years ago and now. Another thing, there used to be price control, so we could go to Serena and buy a soda for 2 shillings. I don't think there's any student who can afford to access Serena now in Nairobi. And we also had Boom. I think Isaac Awuondo remembers that one. That is no longer the case. Anyway, those were happy memories. We had some good times and some bad times, but because we didn't know any better, it was all good. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm reliably informed that the launch of the Mombasa Alumni Chapter will bring the number of chapters launched by the Alumni Association to 17. I must say that I'm proud of the work the University of Nairobi Alumni Association, popularly referred to as UONAA, has done over the last 14 years. I urge the University of Nairobi Alumni Association Executive Committee to focus on the vision of the association, to be a leader in promoting active, visible leadership in the community, and to focus on interaction between the alumni and the students of the University of Nairobi and industry. This will go a long way in improving the image and visibility of the university, equipping the students with relevant 21st century skills, mentoring the students in readiness for the job market, and giving them exposure in translating theoretical learning into practice. My message to alumni, especially from the region seated here today, please let us come together and support our aims and support our alma mater through cash and in-kind support towards projects and activities lined up by the university. I'm aware that this campus is planning to construct an amphitheater to provide space for intellectual discourse in line with the University of Nairobi's commitment to thought leadership. The campus also hopes to provide access to needy students in the region by providing scholarships and bursaries. On this score, Mr. Isaac Awuondo just talked about 1,000 scholarships. If we have 47 counties in the Republic, and every county volunteered to provide 20 scholarships, we are 94% of the way there. I'm prepared to take this message to the Council of Governors and convey the message of the University of Nairobi. And I'm sure the other campuses also would want to participate in such a scheme. And if I can give 20 scholarships to University of Nairobi, I don't see why I can't give another 20 to the other place, Kenyatta and the other places. And we'll be well on our way to giving access to opportunities for students from needy families. from needy backgrounds to be able to also enjoy what we enjoy now as alumni of such a prestigious university as the one we were privileged to attend. I believe that the University of Nairobi played a crucial role in what we have become today. Professionally, it is through this university that we got education that opened doors for us in the job market. I believe our campus here and the association is not asking much by requesting us to support the university, to support university projects that will help our students get the best during their time. I also encourage all of us to spare time and come back to mentor our young students currently in session. It is through sharing our experiences with them that will encourage them to strive for the best in whatever they're doing at the university. As you all know, the people of Lamu County elected me to represent them as their governor in 2017. This is a clear indication of what the University of Nairobi can produce out here in society. The University of Nairobi produced a product that the people of Lamu are willing to buy. And I would like to add that, that you not just elect me as their governor, I also had the privilege of being elected Member of Parliament 3 times in a row in a previous life. So I say thank you to my university as well as God. I believe it is through leadership skills and knowledge that I acquired at the University of Nairobi that made me who I am today. I promise to continue working hard for the people of Lamu and Kenya in the journey of transformation that is in my agenda. I want to request the Executive Committee of the University of Nairobi Alumni Association to consider coming to Lamu County soon and organize events and activities for the university alumni working and residing in the county. I also encourage the alumni with us here tonight to consider visiting Lamu for holidays and invest in various sectors of our economy. You're all in positions of privilege and power by virtue of having come through this institution, and we'd like to benefit from your skills and your knowledge and your accumulated wealth. Karibuni. As I conclude, let me congratulate the Alumni Association and Mombasa Campus, led by the director, Dr. Sarah Kinyanjui, who also is taught me in 2013, when I spent a few months at the School of Law, at the Faculty of Law in the Mombasa Campus. I had just lost an election, so I had nothing to do. I went to university to learn. Fortunately or unfortunately, I won the petition that I had filed in the High Court, and then I had to quit classes and go and campaign for a by-election. By the time the Court of Appeal overturned my victory and cancelled the election, it was too late for me to go back to class because the catching up would have been just too much. But I'm happy to report that I eventually did an MBA, and I'm going to pick up my degree in June. So we say thank you to Dr. Kinyanjui for the effort they put in making this evening a success, and I'm sure we'll all remember it, especially now that we have a young man called Kyle, who has joined he's one of the latest members of the Kenyan Society, and is born on this auspicious day. I promise to continue being a great ambassador of this great institution, which empowered me with the relevant knowledge and skills and competencies that I have used over the years in my professional life. And I thank you and wish you all a great evening. Thank you. Good night.
We are about now to go to the climax of our today's activity. And I'm sure with those inspiring words from His Excellency, our Vice-Chancellor, our Chairman, and the Chairman not tell you that, Vuliza, it used to be Mshwari. He didn't tell you that this guy, he handles cash, man. Yeah, he's in charge of Africa, Commercial Bank of Africa. He's the group, I don't know, the whole of Africa. Please say, jump to him, okay? Give him a clap, then thank you. He's too humble, he will not say that, eh? Yeah, thank you very much. You did. That's all I should just be able to say that. Now, we like to request the foreign team Your Excellency, with all the humility, we like to request you to come to the stage. And please, Handras, please check on that. The Vice-Chancellor, our Chairman, our Principal, the Acting Director, yes, our CC, thank you. Yes, Dr. Anna, say, where are you? Asante. Yes, thank you. Mike, where's Mark? Where's Mike? Thank you. Asante. Yeah, because now, yes. But be assured that this podium is strong enough. You not fall, okay? Yeah, it's strong enough. Yeah, we like to do an official openings, official launch. Thank you. I'm now requesting the handlers how you'd want us to go about it. Thank you. Don't fall. Okay, please. Yeah. Now, I'd like us to make a semicircle. Thank you. Yeah. Now, the governor, His Excellency, please start here. Okay. Start that to the side. Yeah. Here. That side. Ladies and gentlemen, please now stand up and now see what's now going to happen here now. And let's now give a clap now. Here's our band. You are the band, okay? Are you ready now for that? Let's now 1, 2, 3, come on, turn. Let's go now again. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Here you are. Thank you. Don't want it. Let's go. Don't want it. This side, please. That side, please. Yeah, move a bit. This side, move a bit. Don't want it. That's the kind of band. Thank you. Yes. Come on. Thank you. And now the University of Nairobi Mombasa Chapter is born. Let's say hi. Adoration. Thank you.
Come on now. We're gonna celebrate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it now gives me great pleasure to officially launch the Mombasa Campus Alumni Chapter. The University of Nairobi, the University of Nairobi Alumni Association, Mombasa Chapter, of course, Mombasa Campus Alumni Chapter is officially launched on the 5th of April, 2019.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Let's say Guashe. Thank you. Say alumni. Our strength.
Oh, mama tetema, tipo tetema, mama tetema, aya tunde tetema, mama tetema, shuka chini tetema, mama tetema, aya tunde tetema, mama tetema, tipo tetema, mama tetema, aya tunde tetema, mama tetema, shuka chini tetema, mama tetema.
I will ask Mboshe, please come. Dr. Annex. Dr. Samuel Kitilewa and Mary Kawira. Please come quickly so that we cut it as poor baridi.
Kata.
No bring like to nepa, no bring like to generata what my ear, oh. Let's take greedy men for the you. Take a project to forget na the matter war. Forget about the big things, Some could talk about the small things, oh yeah. Lampa, raro.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Because of the photo session, thank you very much indeed.
I'd like to express my thanks for invited today as the chief guest. It's not a small thing to be a chief guest among so many distinguished people. So I'm very grateful for the invitation, and I want to assure you the chapter we just launched, that we will support it in any way we can. And today I'm making a token donation of Kenya shillings 100,000 as a start. When the association sits and makes a program, starts designing the programs, we'll be able to offer more support. But as now, they're still at infancy stage, or we're still conceiving of ideas of how we'll be moving forward. But as soon as we know the way forward, I want to assure you, the association, that they can count on my full support in any way I can. Thank you very much. Where's the treasurer? Okay. Here's my donation of 10 shillings, 100,000. Thank you.
Please let us now put hands together. Big clap for His Excellency the Governor. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah, thank you. Now, we have launched the chapter. But you know, if a plane takes off and there is no pilot, of course you know what would happen, isn't it? Why is the Commissioner Deche?
I would like to request the interim officials, the word is interim, so nobody should go to court and get an injunction for undemocratic elections. Interim officials to please rise, led by the interim chair.
Before I introduce the rest of the team members, allow me to appreciate your presence and pray that God who started this event will see it through. And again, in prayers, nothing is impossible, for the sky forms a canopy, but does not form the end. Welcome, Dr. Onesimus Mutunga, to the stage.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here are the interim officials of the Mombasa Campus chapter. Let's give them a hand. And as we give them a hand, let us support them. You can take a photo. I'm not in that photo. Thank you very much.
Okay, everything which is good comes to an end. I think we've come to an end. There's so many people to thank, so you'll allow me to read something which I wrote down here. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, I used to be a girl guide in primary and high school. We only say friends and we move on. So, but here you have to recognize people by their positions. So, I'm delighted to be here today on behalf of the organizing committee and the executive to give a vote of thanks to all who have made it for this day. It's a wonderful experience for Mombasa Campus and the University of Nairobi Alumni Association. It's a baby born. We've been thinking about it. I can remember it was a joke. We recruited this Honorable Seth Odongo. It was very easy to recruit him. He just said, and give me the forms I fill. And he joined as a bronze member. Honorable, as you move on, be the gold member. Plus many others. Yes, Mutunga, I can remember. So it was very easy to recruit Mombasa. So we felt that let us move on with Mombasa and see what we can do. And I also share a background of having been born in Mombasa, lived here for some time, and so we have a strong attachment to Mombasa. So today is a great day for us. So far, our university, which we are proud of, Honorable, His Excellency, the status is still running high. We still manage to be number 9 in Africa. We are among the top 800 universities in the world, and we are doing well. Our ranking is great. So when you give 100,000, know that is going to the right pocket. To our chairman, Mr. Awuondo, and the executive committee, who have worked tirelessly to ensure that this thing is a success, working with the Mombasa chapter. Remember, Mombasa chapter could not work without Nairobi. So it is Isaac who gave an okay that the Mombasa chapter, you people go there and try and see how it can be launched. And here it is today. It's a success. We are grateful for you. To our university, represented by the Professor Ogengó, the DVC Academic Affairs, it was a good idea to think about alumni and think about bringing people together from the 1960s to the 1970s to the 80s to the 90s and to the 2000s, the watches we have here. It's a great idea. The voices of the people, the voices of the students, and all those experiences put together. We are grateful to the university. Pass our gratitude to the Vice-Chancellor that we are grateful for what we've seen today. We thank our Sarah Kinyanjui. Yeah, the child born today will be called UONAA Alumni. This lady has worked tirelessly. The many phone calls we've made, personally, Ken, and any other, we've really talked to make this thing a success. To the Chief Magistrate Mombasa Law Courts, Mr. Makori, he is not here, but we want to mention what they did to us. We've been here for a week, some of us, and we visited the Chief Magistrate's Court. He gave us a good example of the coast region, what needs to be done, and what they can do. So we will follow that. So we are grateful to Mr. Makori for just creating his own time to talk to us. The Chief Executive Arm of the Mombasa Law Society, we are told, is the oldest in Kenya, over 100 years old. These people gave us a hearing. They heard we are around, and they they invited us to their boardroom for a sitting and listened to what alumni can do. And then they said that they are also working on their program, how alumni can work in the coast region. We are grateful for these people. County Government of Kilifi, where are you? We visited Kilifi. We took the alumni vehicle all the way to Kilifi. Where we were going, people are asking, what is this University of Nairobi Alumni Association? We met the section heads. We were supposed to see the governor himself, but he had a series of meetings, so we didn't see him. But we went to see the executive heads who gave us time, gave us their ears, listened. We also listened to them. So we are grateful. It was a very short time, but we managed to see several section heads and their former alumni. And even the non-alumni were very willing to work with us. So we are grateful to the county of Kilifi. The county of Mombasa, yeah? So represented by Seth, you know, when we are on your ground, we cannot forget to thank you. We thank you because you can easily say that, why are they here and who gave them authority? So we are grateful. Pass our regards to the governor and tell him that we are going to work with them in several ways, because whatever was being said touches a lot on Mombasa as a county and the whole of Lamu and any other place. So we will work with you. The county government of Kwale. You may not know that Kwale is not here, but Kwale is highly represented. Some of the chairmen in Nairobi gave us contacts of people from Kwale, and some of them are here. Yeah. So even students whom we taught from Kwale are all here. So Kwale is represented. Lamu, we can't say much because the governor himself is here, so we thank you. Taita is also here. Actually, Taita Taveta County played a very major role in bringing this team together, especially the old alumni, those who are there in the 80s, the 90s, and the rest. We got quite a number of contacts from Taita County, and they are represented here through the students who have graduated from that place. And to the alumni chapters in Nairobi, represented here today by Bishop Dr. Kitilewa, just wave to the crowd. He is representing all the other 15 chapters who are here. So we are grateful. Then another team is the professionals, the academicians. We visited Technical University of Mombasa. Professor Leila Abubakar, the VC, if you are not here, you said you'll call in. I can't see you, but maybe you could be seated here or somebody, a representative, gave us a hearing and said that this is one of the best initiatives which Mombasa and its environs are going to go through. Said himself, he has been the chairman of the Human Anatomy Department and was very pleased that we greet Professor Ogengó. Yeah, so we are grateful. He said that he's going to work with us. Kenya Ports Authority, led by Consolata, the HR and Corporate Affairs, Mr. Osero. Are you in? These are wonderful people. We gave them 1 day notice. The whole team sat in a notice board, in a boardroom to listen to us and to what we are going to tell them. And they listened and they left their offices and were listening and seeing how can we help alumni. So we are grateful. We just don't take it for granted. It was a big honor for us to be at KPA and being listened to by the CEOs of that company, that organization, and giving us insights on what we can do as alumni. So thank you for that. KPA Bandari Sacco special mention donated Kenya shillings 50,000 towards this occasion. Mark Nyandiko, can I recognize you once more? He gave Ken, our CEO, Kenya shillings 50,000 cash. Not on M-Pesa. M-Pesa, you can even need some money to withdraw and the rest. He came with an envelope of 50,000 and handed over from Bandari Sacco. Mark, we are grateful. Mark is our PhD candidate and an employee there, as he had said. So that is how organizations can work with others. I think the sky is the limit for the Alumni Association. To our UON postgraduate, former and current students, the snowballing you did was great. Telling another one, there is this event, there is this event, there is this event. Calling us and telling us, you mean you're here? You are launching the chapter? Yes, yes. We are coming and they are here. We are grateful. To our undergraduate students, some of the undergraduate students in Mombasa are bronze members. They paid 25,000. That is how serious Mombasa is. Caro, you can affirm. Yes. So that is it. So we are grateful for you. We appreciate what you do. It's not easy to have undergraduate students who join the alumni at 25,000, not yet even graduated, but they are already identifying with you. Okay, to the Voyager Hotel, it's wonderful. The entire management, please pass our regards and the dancing for the cake, how you've treated us all along. We are grateful. Pass our regards to the management. We are going to work with you and come back again. All those who manage various modes of transport, our transport people, to ensure that we are here safely as we go back, wherever you are going, even to your house. We do thank you. We do thank the modes of transport you used, the ones who are in charge, the pilots, the drivers, the coswains, and many others. Our security team at Mombasa Campus, we are grateful. We came during election time, and people could easily fear that there could be some campus students misunderstandings here and there, but it was highly controlled. We were peaceful. We could hold our meetings there. It was very peaceful. We thank your security team for that. The Mombasa Campus team, I agree there's the other side of Sarah. There is Kisimbi. Kisimbi was running more than 10 events, handling elections, handling alumni meetings, dashing to Nairobi and back. We are grateful for that effort. As you remember, Kisimbi has been here the oldest since the 80s, the 90s, up to now when we have a campus. We are grateful for Kisimbi and his team. To all our other visitors, friends, relatives, and associates, feel noticed and recognized and appreciated. In one way or the other, we do recognize you, and whatever you did has been good. This is a landmark achievement by UONAA. We will continue identifying with our alumni and friends of the University of Nairobi. We have our objective on a mission to increase our understanding on what works and what does not work to unlock the potential benefits of engaging, involving, and meeting with UON alumni. This is not the end. We are coming back. Today, we have not only learned why it is important to have networks. You've seen how networks can work. So many things got involved. We got donations, we got what? We got the cake, everything else, to the band. We are grateful. All those are networks which we have developed today. Yeah? So we've learned a lot that we can work as a team, and when we are a team, we can make this country great. We can make Mombasa, Lamu great. To the governor, when we were heading to Kilifi, we kept saying, can we reach Lamu? Then we were told many, many kilometers. Then we said, let's go back, launch Mombasa, then go and visit Lamu. Actually, Ken really wanted to reach Lamu, but we said because of time, we may not reach. But that is the interest we had, yeah? So Your projection is just what we had in mind to reach Lamu, but that is next time. So next time we come back, we'll go to Kwale, we'll go to Kilifi again, and we'll go to Lamu and strengthen Mombasa. So we are going to work with everybody. Anybody I've not recognized, please, I've said all are friends. My Girl Guide background tells me everybody's a friend, so everything's appreciated. We do recognize you, we do recognize your contribution in whatever way, and we are grateful. For now, I'll end by calling Dr. Reverend Kitilewa to pray for us, and we end the day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam Vice Chair, for your closing vote of thanks. We want to appreciate God for having given us this opportunity to be here together, our alumni, our strength. And so I pray and I request that we stand up in honor of God so that we can pray together. Before we pray, I just want to recognize the presence of my lecturer. He taught me Spanish, Professor Jack Odhiambo. I'm so grateful. Shall we pray? Let's bow down our heads and pray. Our dear loving Father, we thank you this great day. We honor you for giving us the opportunity to come together as alumni of the University of Nairobi. We thank you for our chairperson, and we thank you for the chief guest, and we thank you for all the alumni, and we thank you for this great city of Mombasa. We thank you for having given us the opportunity to come together again. We do bless your holy name, for we know that through you we are headed for greatness, even to higher heights. We thank you for the Mombasa Alumni Chapter, which has just been launched. We pray, Jehovah, that you're going to strengthen it, you're going to give it stakeholders who will align themselves with it and with the Greater Alumni Association of the University of Nairobi, so that even people who are still young, who are still pursuing their education, can come in and benefit from the Alumni Association. We thank you for every business associates that we have, and we thank you for every parastatal and every other agents that has identified itself with us. We thank you more so for this country, and we want to bless your name, O God, even for our leaders, His Excellency the President, and we thank you more so for the handshake, for we know it was ordained of you, and we can enjoy peace and tranquility. We bless your name, O God, and we pray that as we go to leave this place, you will continue to guide us through this spirit of alumni, so that we can together work together and give honor and glory to your holy name. As we depart from this place, we thank you for these premises, and we thank you for the management for allowing us to be here. We thank you, O God, for our VC, who is not here but has been represented. Bless him and bless every work he does for the great University of Nairobi. We worship you and we honor you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Let the people say amen. Let the people say amen. Let the people say amen. Thank you.
Wapi makofi kwao. Yes, na kama umeguswa pia kawe unje. Haya, twende, twende, twende.
mikono hiyo mupokee. Chini, chini, twende chini. Hey.